arguing with reality really is pointless. It just creates frustration and sadness. Accepting the facts can help us be happier and have less arguments. I'll go over how and when to accept things we can't change in today's Message for Monday, a useful message for teens in 4 minutes or less. Some people love to have the mentality, I'm a fighter, a dreamer. I don't accept things that I don't like or I think are unfair. I can change anything. And yes, that's very noble of you. And in certain situations, I would be all on board for that. But sometimes not accepting reality is like yelling at the sky because it's raining. I won't accept this. I can change it. If I dream enough or scream enough. No! Dude, you look crazy. And some people will die fighting the unchangeable. Now, to be clear, I'm strictly talking about facts that are actually facts, not thoughts that we think are facts. My mom said no to giving me a smartphone. Well, that's a fact. I'm just ugly and nobody likes me is not a fact. That's a sidekick thought, and you should totally change that. There's a difference between believing you can do anything, having a dream, trying to do the impossible, and running your head into a brick wall over and over and over again. And sometimes it seems like having dreams and accepting what is are in opposition to each other. But the best minds and the most successful people have a good mix of both. A perfect example of arguing with reality are your parents' decisions. As a tween and teen, your parents' rules are your reality. And I know the rebel inside all of us wants to fight that. But when they won't budge, you'll be happier and have better relationships with them if you just accept it. Another example of arguing with reality is when something we don't like happens. Someone we know or someone we love dies, our team loses, we get broken up with, our parents get divorced. We may hate it, but the fact is, it happened. And we often spend a lot of time, energy, and emotions trying to deny it. But it's better if after we go through the grieving process, we work on accepting it, writing it into our story in a way that empowers us instead of trying to write it out of our story. Another example of arguing with reality is the way someone is. There are always a few people in our lives that we would love to change or be different. Stop being annoying. Stop chewing your food like that. Stop saying dad jokes, Dad. But we will have a much better relationship with them if we accept them for who they are, which is probably what we want them to do for us. So how do we accept reality, especially when we don't like it? Well, this is what I do. First, I try to see what arguing with reality is doing for me. Usually it's creating more arguments and more unhappiness. Then I ask myself this question: what if this reality is okay? I don't have to like it right away, but what if I can just get to, yeah, this is okay? What if it's not as bad as my brain is making it out to be? What if not having a smartphone isn't as limiting as I'm making it out to be? What if my parents can be divorced, but I can still live a life of love, happiness, and togetherness? What if my little brother can keep being himself and I don't have to find him annoying? We want certain realities or facts because we actually want the feelings that we feel when we have those facts. But the most powerful thing to learn is that facts isn't where our feelings come from anyway. So we don't need to fight the facts. Our feelings come from our thoughts, stories, and perceptions. And when you're in charge of your thoughts, you can still get the feelings that you're after, even if you don't have the facts or the reality that you want. So don't waste your time arguing with reality, because people who yell at the rain are unhappy, a little crazy, and wet. I hope you found that video helpful. If you were in Sidekick to Hero, my gamified mindset training program for teens, you would have received experience points and coins for watching it. Plus have access to a bunch of videos and courses to help you become the confident, goal-crushing hero the world so desperately needs right now. If that sounds like your kind of thing, go grab a parent and go over to sidekicktohero.com and start your free trial today. Or, just keep watching my videos here on YouTube and get 0 experience points and coins. It's up to you, really.